My name is Jack, and I'm a born and raised American guy. During an international exchange event, I met a beautiful Japanese woman named Miho. She had long, shiny black hair, and when she smiled, her eyes curved in a way that was full of warmth and sweetness. I was instantly captivated by her. During our exchange, we found that we had a lot in common, and soon we fell in love. 6 months into our relationship, Miho suggested getting married, and I happily agreed. I dreamed of a blissful life after marriage and even helped her find a good job in the US. But during the wedding preparations, I began to notice some strange behavior from Miho. She would often receive phone calls in private, and every time she finished a conversation, her face would show signs of anxiety. When I asked her about it, she would only give me vague answers. One day, I finished work early and came home to find Miho talking to a strange Japanese man in our house. The atmosphere was tense. When they saw me, both of them froze. Miho quickly introduced him as her cousin, who was visiting the US on business. But I had a bad feeling, as the man looked at me with a clear sense of hostility. After that, Miho became even colder toward me and suggested postponing the wedding. I was desperate and decided to investigate secretly. I discovered that Miho often visited a Japanese restaurant, and every time she left, she seemed anxious. One day, I followed her into the restaurant and overheard an intense argument between her and the owner in Japanese. Although I couldn't understand the language, I could tell from their expressions and body language that something was very wrong. Finally, after I confronted her, Miho tearfully confessed the truth. She had come to the US to escape an arranged political marriage that her family had set up for her. Her family had significant influence in Japan, and for their own political gain, they planned to marry her off to a politician she had never met. She ran away to America to start a new life, but her family had tracked her down. The man who I thought was her cousin was actually sent to bring her back. Hearing this, I was heartbroken and decided to help her fight against her family. We planned to fly to a secret location on our wedding day where no one could find us. But just a day before the wedding, Miho suddenly disappeared, leaving behind a note that read, "I'm sorry, I can't drag you into this." I went frantic, searching for her, but had no clue where she had gone. In my despair, Miho's so-called cousin reappeared. He told me that Miho had decided to return and accept the marriage arranged by her family in order not to involve me further. Unwilling to accept this, I bought a plane ticket to Japan, determined to win her back. I waited outside her family's old house for 3 days and nights, and finally, I saw Miho. She was wearing a beautiful kimono, but her eyes were filled with sorrow. When Miho saw me, tears filled her eyes. She took a step toward me, but her family stopped her. Just then, the politician she was supposed to marry appeared. To my surprise, he was a distant relative of a friend of mine in the US. After hearing our story, he decided to help us. It turned out that he opposed the political marriage as well. He admired Miho's courage and agreed to join us in persuading her family. After a lot of twists and turns, Miho's family finally agreed to cancel the engagement. Miho and I had a grand wedding in Japan and began a new life together. This experience was filled with reversals and melodrama, but it only made our love stronger and more unbreakable.